Your first game will be shit. Be proud. The first game I ever made was this 3D maze game where the objective was to escape the dungeon. I had no clue or very little clue about coding and guessing half the time about what I'm supposed to do. There was no replayability in the game, no diversity of levels, engaging music, distinct characters, budget, and so on and so on and so on. However, it was worth it. The feeling of seeing your creation come to life is indescribable, and it's a great achievement that you should be proud of. So let's get started. If I was to go back and actually remake my game, I probably wouldn't make Maze Run. One, I was not passionate about it. I didn't really like the idea. The concept of it was missing. Do you know why I made that game? Because I just wanted to get a good grade. That's it. That's the whole truth of it all. I wanted to make the game because I wanted to get a good grade, and it just started skyrocketing. But what I'll say is the first thing that you should actually have in your mindset about making a game is just to be passionate about making said game. You have to think about what kind of game you like, what genre it should be, and what unique features and mechanics you can add to make it stand out. Brainstorm, conceptualize. All of that is a vital process because it sets a foundation for your game development that, trust me, like, you can't find anywhere else, and you can't even force it. If you, like, for example, right now I'm making Cyber Chase. I'm very, very passionate about Cyber Chase. That's why I can go week after week after week after week, dropping in about 20-hour days sometimes, making this game, even though I don't know if it's gonna make any profit. I just love making the game. Like, I love making Paradox Life, I love making Cyber Chase. I'm gonna love my next game, and that's why I can push myself through each time. Even when the motivation dies, at that point, I'm disciplined to make the game anyway, and my passion is still just in the background and still pushing me forward. But I'm just going on a tangent at this point. Let's move on to the second step. Unity, Unreal Engine, Game Maker, and so much more. Once you have a concept in your mind, you have to choose your development tools. And there's 3 development tools I just said, and so much more which I've not said yet. You have to know them. If you know all of them a little bit, then know them a little bit. You have to choose one. You have to know what the advantages and disadvantages are in making a game on them things. And then you have to just stick to it and learn as much as possible you can from that in a short time frame. Do not spend years. Do not even spend months learning about it. Just learn the basics in a few weeks on something. On Unity, Unreal Engine, Game Maker, it doesn't matter. All you want to do is just make a game. Like I said, going back to the very first thing I said, your first game will be shit. Please get that into your head. It will be. Just make sure you actually make it so you can just go through the first hurdle of making games from that point on. So let's assume you have the idea, tools, and skills and everything that comes together before actually making the game. Now it's time to plan and execute your game's development. Create a timeline. Create a timeline. Create a timeline. I'm telling myself this at this point. Jesus Christ, I'm going into my 4th game, is it? 4th or 5th game. Fucking out. Let's see. Maze Run, ROM, Paradox Life, but Chase 5th. I'm going into my 5th game now, and I'm telling you, my timeline has been absolutely horrendous so far. But I accumulate that to other things other than myself, mostly myself as well, because my time management skills are terrifyingly horrible. So in my next game, I've already created a timeline. Yeah, I've already created a timeline for my next game because I already had the idea of what to do for my next game. Hell, you've probably seen a picture or two here and there about me hinting on what my next game is going to be, but let's just focus on this for now. I've created a timeline. It's really important to have that. It's really important to have a roadmap as well for your game development because it sets achievable goals and makes sure that you stay organized and focused in the whole scenario. But do not forget, after all that, to iterate and test your game throughout the whole development process because you save yourself a hell of a lot of headache if you do. So now it's the big day. Today is a big day. You've suffered, you've cried, you've probably lost some files while making the game. Your game probably came out shit because, going back to the first point, your first game will be shit, be proud. But now it's time to actually launch the game. Oh my god, yeah, launching the game is its own absolute hurdle. What I'm planning to do is, on my next video series, when it comes to actually game development, I'm gonna go a lot in depth on how to launch games on different platforms. So far, I've pretty much mastered just launching on Android. I've not fully mastered launching on iOS. However, you have to launch a game. So, let the world know it. This is the most exciting part of the process, let's be honest, because you get to see people play and enjoy your game, or play and hate your game. But they play in your game, they play in your creation. You created something, you sent it out to the universe, and the universe is now consuming the product that you made. Whether you make money, whether you not make money, whether you stand for some sort of joy or anything, you've created it and you've launched it. Now share your game on social media, game forums and indie game websites, and don't forget to gather feedback and listen to your audience. But yeah, that's everything. I don't know why I'm very passionate about this, but I am. In conclusion, making your first indie game is challenging but a rewarding experience. It requires a lot of hard work, dedication and passion, but it's definitely worth it. So if you have a game idea, don't be afraid to pursue it and make it a reality. I wish you the best of luck in making your game game development journey.